Okay, the intro's over. And oh my God, I can't even tell you what's going on. I can't even describe it. Can't even. Goddamn hippie phone, just bleeping away, making noise. Let's shut this shit off like a trained broadcast professional. Boom, 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 they're gone. I'm ready to throw my phone in the fucking river. Well, it's the Bottom of Glass Nation show. It is Thursday. It is 6 o'clock Los Angeles time. Glad you're coming along with me with that statement. It's a true statement. It's probably the only true statement you'll get tonight. I lie, steal, cheat, plagiarize everything. I have not had an original thought in my head since 1973. I'm going to drink one right now. Who's with me? Come on, it's the way we got to start. It's a very symbiotic relationship around here. I drink and tell lies. You drink and believe them. What else is there? It's all we got left. All right. All right, so who is in here tonight? I think everybody can hear me. Clearly, the numbers seem like they're coming in good. Doom, da, doom, doom, doom. Noel, Sandy, Werewolf 2004 is here. Jan Motz, and we're in a big quandary over that. Gen X Mom, you're here tonight. You're not supposed to be here tonight, but you've bamboozled your way in so you can take Saturday night off.
No, well, there's
That's true.
a reason.
Yeah, because you don't want to hang out with me on Saturday night. We're not Saturday night friends anymore.
No, that's not the reason.
What's the reason?
The reason is that our granddaughter's coming into town, and I'm taking her to the pumpkin patch on Saturday.
And
I'm not gonna make it for the show.
What, you going to be out at night at the pumpkin patch? No.
I'm gonna be too tired because I'm old.
Oh, here we go. So I'm looking at Jan Motz, and I'm getting yelled at from the kid before. Is it Jan Motz or Jan Motz?
I'm not sure. You'd have to ask.
It's Jan Motz. I'm going with Jan. Mr. Flibble, Two Bears in here, swinging the big blue wrench. We got Mrs. Four Watton swinging the big blue wrench. This is on YouTube now. Over there on Facebook, we have Trippy Dippy Pineapple TDP. As soon as he clocks in and logs in and stamps the time card, Trippy Pineapple is your moderator on Facebook.
I think he's over there right now because he checked in and said hi to everybody on YouTube, and then he went over there.
Then he went over there. So he stuck his head in the door in the YouTube room and then ran over to Facebook. All right, so Trippy Dippy Pineapple is across the hall. He is your moderator. He is your friend over there on Facebook. And who do we have running Rumble?
Josh, I hope.
You look like
I didn't think about it.
Here's what you did. You went like this.
Well, because Josh is supposed to be in the sheets. So now I'm a little confused.
Well, now I don't know. You know what?
That's why I was like,
you guys have to work all that shit out ahead of time. All I know is we're on Rumble. We're on both Facebook pages. We're on YouTube. And the kid is working to get us on TikTok. And believe me when I tell you, when we get on TikTok, I don't even want to address them.
That's a whole nother beast.
I don't want to even address TikTok. I'm just kidding. If they're there, they're there. If they can see, they can see. If there was ever a definition of a platform peeking in through the kitchen window to see what was going on, it's going to be TikTok.
There's a little kid table.
Little kid table outside on the patio.
Right. Tomash gave 6
shibajings.
Yeah,
some of those. Yeah, little two-handed
with all my heart, dear General. So he's checking in. We hope we can divert a little attention for you. And
a little, just.
I know it's going to be tough, but maybe we can make you smile a little bit tonight, Tomash. And everybody here is just thinking about you all the time.
Absolutely. Everybody writes all the time about Tomash. Tomash is our number one guy over in Israel. He grabs a weapon and stands a post on that eastern border to make sure that we can have this show. And right now, as you might have noticed, his border over there is under attack.
Yes.
So Tomash is doing his part for the men and women of Israel.
He says, very tired, dear friends, up since yesterday, many alarms and trips and errands. I happen to enter, so enjoy, love with all my heart. So that's so nice of him just to stop by and let us know.
It's great that he even takes the time.
Yeah,
it
Kyle
really
Carter, member for 15 months. I took a vacation for the first time all year, not doing a damn thing besides sitting on the couch and rotting away.
And he's here with Gen X Talks.
And rotting away with us. That's awesome. And Scott Boyer, are y'all still making a road trip across the country?
Yeah, that got punted. There was several reasons. We're going to, but we're not doing it till mid-spring of next year. It got postponed about 6 months. We did want to get out there for the fall colors. We had a bunch of opportunities to do some stuff. So couple things fell apart on the other end of the scale for us. Then there was a big thing that fell apart here, and it was just like, okay, we're not going to push it.
And then the studio
We're not going to rush it. Yeah, and then the studio
cost us
broke. We ain't got any money. We could sell the studio and then go.
Paul Offenberger on Facebook gave 99 stars. Thank you so much, Paul. But we have a couple announcements. Next week's going to be busy. You thought today was busy.
I'm not even done with today. That's how
I know.
That's how messed up today is for me. I'm not even done.
Next week's going to be really busy.
All right. What's next
week?
You
better take off Sunday and not do a damn thing.
Wait, like in 3 days?
Yeah, you better take Sunday off.
What happens on Sunday?
Nothing. That's a thing. Oh, no, it isn't.
I have an interview.
Shit.
I've got a 3-hour interview on Sunday. What do you mean nothing's going to take the day off?
I forgot. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, let's see. We're skipping Sunday.
Oh, thanks.
Gen Z kid, my baby. My baby boy. Our last one of 8 children hits the big 18. We made it, honey. We made it.
Good.
All 18 kids all 8 kids will be over.
What do
18.
we do when it actually strikes the minute that he was born? Do we high five or something?
I'll be in the middle of the world show.
Yeah, it will be in the middle of the world show. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was born at 10:22 on 10:23. So at 10:22 during the world show, that will be the siren bells banging, telephones ringing, the earth cracking open, shaking of his.
I'll buy champagne.
That's what I'm asking. Do we pop a cork or do we just high five and go, we made it 18 years?
I think we should just we're going to cheers.
Go ahead.
Or we're going to start drinking.
Go ahead and say take the day off. I dare you, because I'll do it.
Well, anyways, we're going to do the World Show on Monday morning, and then Gen Z Kid is going to host a birthday live stream. Not sure how long it's going to go. We'd love for you guys to pop in after the World Show. The General's going to start. My husband, the General, is going to start the live stream and probably say some really funny, crazy, embarrassing things about the kid. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah.
And we just want you guys to stop by.
But
it's
we're popping
on YouTube, on Facebook, Rumble, where it's going to be on YouTube. I'm not sure if he's simulcasting.
He's simulcasting everywhere if he can. Now, the problem is there won't be any moderators because moderators have jobs in the real world. They got to work. But you're going to pop in too. There was some time for you to jump in for a little bit of...
I haven't been told, so...
A little bit of a segment for you. He's going to do a little bit of a segment for me. He's going to do a little bit of segment with his friends. His girlfriend's going to stop by. His best friend Elias is going to come by. So throughout that 10 hours or whatever shift we do, you're going to see some stuff. But here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to give you guys a schedule. We're not going to say, well, the Gen X Mom will be on at 11:30, because then you guys will leave and come back at 11:30. Yeah. We know how this works. You don't want to see me. You don't want to see the kid. You'd all show up at 11:30. So we're not giving you a schedule. You're just going to have to see who's there. Keep checking back.
And there will be somewhere in there probably a birthday cake where we're going to sing happy birthday to him. So you're just going to have to pop in.
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake. And one more thing. So that's on Monday. And then Tuesdays are Bottom of the Glass show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, we have a special YouTube cooking show, I guess it would be called. The boys are going to be pumpkin carving in my kitchen.
We're supposed to do one cooking show a month now at the last Wednesday of the month. However, you guys should turn us into pumpkin carving. I'm not really sure if I'd call it cooking, but pumpkin carving. So yeah, we'll be part of the pumpkin carving.
It's going to be kind of fun. It's right before Halloween. I need my pumpkins, carved, and so
I got you. You get me some pumpkins.
Unless they're destroyed.
Masterpiece. I will provide you with a masterpiece. Yes.
Will you? Okay.
So there was something else.
Also, one more thing about the kid's birthday. I want you guys to know that birthday presents have been arriving. They make me smile. I'm more excited than anybody when I see and I pick up the packages. But he has been opening his presents. So we don't have so many on his birthday. And I have been videotaping them for him. And he's going to do a montage of them all. But I wanted to make an announcement that off the Amazon list, things are arriving and we're not knowing who's
he's gotten a few gifts, but there's no way of knowing who sent them. So just so you know, if nobody steps up and claims them, and we're not going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to say who sent the glow-in-the-dark basketball, because 10 of you will say I did to get credit. No. I'm not going to tell you who it was, but if you send something, send Gen X Mom at Gen X Talks an email. That way she'll know who sent it. Otherwise, I'm going to pretend I did it. I will take all the credit. That's right. I will kipe your doobage right out from under you. If you don't bother to say who sent it, I'm going to pretend I did it. Now, we don't want that to happen,
Maybe
do we?
I'm going to claim it.
No, I already said it. You can't jump on my bandwagon now.
Who's been picking up all the presents?
You're not unscrupulous. You would never do that.
I birthed him. You?
I would sink low enough to steal someone's gift, would you? See? You're a good person. You won't do that.
Did you birth him?
What does that have to do with being a low-life, present-stealing person?
I get everything.
Oh, my God. You're playing a game called Mom Wins.
I love Noelle goes, I sent the really expensive one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, so I'm jumping over here to a ding. Anybody who did not get an announcement, if you're on Rumble and Rumble did not alert you, if you're on Facebook did not alert you that we were coming on. If you're on YouTube did not tell you that we were doing a live stream. Join Patreon. We send out an email half an hour before the show, just let you know, hey, we're going on, we're doing this, we're doing that. That gives you a chance to get situated. You know, you got a 30-minute warning. That's good stuff. And it's $1. And there's a ton of behind-the-scenes stuff. In fact, there's a couple, 2 or 3 Two Bear videos that we just put out up there. Whatever. So the podcast was, okay, this is my opportunity to bitch and complain.
Right? Oh, my goodness. When aren't you?
You just keep quiet, woman.
Okay.
Okay. So today has been a crazy hard day, and it did not turn out the way I wanted it to. We did record our podcast, and I will tell you this. We laughed so hard today. Literally, we were just dying laughing at this podcast. About 10 minutes in, we laughed the whole rest of the time all the way till it ended. It was a great podcast. However, for some reason, the audio... her voice is up here, and my voice is down here. And I've raised the whole track all the way up. So now I have to go minute by minute by minute and pull down. I have to cut and pull down, cut out her where she's talking, pull it down, cut out her voice, pull it down so that it sounds the same. And that's going to take 4 hours to go do. So I'm trying to get it done for tonight. I'm trying to get it done to where Two Bear has to buy donuts for the entire car dealership tomorrow. That was the agreement. But I don't know if I'm going to make it. But I am doing, the podcast was great. It's supposed to drop at midnight tonight. I know that some of you guys, the staff out there, you guys can put up, the link to that on Rumble, on Facebook, on YouTube. Anybody that can put up those links for the podcast lets everybody know how to get there. That would be helpful. Thank you very much. And I'll get to it as quickly as I can. I always have lofty dreams and goals, and I always let myself down. So I'm probably going to do the same tonight. The problem is that affects you guys this time. I'm not just in this boat alone, but I will do my best to see if I can't get that squared away for you for tomorrow morning. I know you guys like listening to that on your way to work, and as you start your morning, there's a ton of you that do that. I'm trying not to let you down, but it's a tough one. Also, a special podcast. We completed the Rudy Law interview. It was a podcast. We recorded it. We've got the audio. We've got the video. We'll probably condense it down to about an hour and a half when we're all the way done. Rudy had a lot of inside stories of Dodgers baseball and White Sox baseball back from the late 70s. He had some stories, locker room stories about everybody. I'll see how many of the stories I can get in there, but it was great. He was back there in the time with Steve Garvey and Ron Say. He was in there. He had some stories about Tommy Lasorda getting locked in his office on purpose by some ball players and absolutely losing his fucking mind. That was a great story, too. There was a bunch of stuff in there. So we'll get as much of that as we can, edit it down, and put that together soon. That'll drop as a special podcast, but it was some good stories. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, do we have a $2 whore tonight?
We have, I'm changing the rules on a $2 whore.
Oh, here we go. You can't audible in the middle of a live stream.
I can't what?
Audible. You cannot audible in the middle of a live
stream.
When
am I allowed to audible?
When it's not a live stream.
Then that's not an audible. That's just a playbook. Okay, here's the deal. I think that every time we change the $2 whore to a new person, the first person who guesses it should get a T-shirt. However, here's the change.
Oh yeah, see, he's catching on to the poor mods. But go ahead.
No, you cannot. You cannot guess, and your guess doesn't count, and we will not acknowledge you if you don't pay the $2.
Yeah, but what does Facebook do, and what does Rumble do?
Facebook has to put in $2 worth of stars. So that's 200 stars. You put in 200
How would they be able to guess?
Oh yeah, they
There's
don't.
no jar.
There's no
right
jar
now.
on there.
And there's no jar right now.
Why isn't there a jar right
I
now?
don't know. Hey, and Two Bear says he's throwing a flag. See, you're penalized.
Why is he throwing
You're
a flag?
done.
Okay, I'm sorry. There is no jar on Rumble. There is no jar on Facebook. We don't even have a way to do one. That's on Streamlabs. I'm sorry. Yell at Streamlabs. However, for anybody who is on YouTube and you're playing the $2 whore falls in the jar, you have to pay the $2. You can't just start spouting off guesses left and right. There is a new $2 whore tonight. Last week's $2 whore was Trippy Dippy Pineapple, TDP, our famous moderator from over on Facebook. And now there's a new one.
So there's a brand new one tonight.
There is.
It's not Trippy.
It's not.
Okay.
And
Well,
John Morgan
then-
dropped in $2.
Yes.
Did you mention Two Bear and Darn Tootin'? I have not yet. I got to get a way to, I got to find a way to make an AI, an artificial intelligence, have him say something like that. That'd be funny.
I wonder what would happen if everybody right now put in $2. Like, how fast would that jar fill up? Would
It overflow.
does it?
Well, you know what? I can clear that jar too. And if I clear that jar, let me get that real quick. Then it's empty. Then all you
They're all
see.
doing what you said not to do. They're telling who it is, and they're not paying the $2.
I'm going to put those.
Jan Mott's put in 3 pounds.
That's it. Anybody who's guessing. Anybody who's fucking guessing is gonna fucking go on the
Wow,
fucking.
did you just take over Mike Tyson? Like,
Yes, Mike Tyson says, don't guess. It's not supposed to be a guess if you don't put in $2. I'm mad. I'm gonna be fucking mad about it. Yeah, if you guess and
God.
if you guess without your $2, I'm throwing you in the woodshed. You can
Mr.
spend the
Flipple
rest of the
gave
show.
$2. Here
Well-
they come. All the $2 are coming.
Go and check. I'll even raise the glass. There,
I want to see who it is.
the jar is
I don't
bigger.
even
Look at
know.
that. The
Mike
jar is
Perkins-
bigger.
Mike Perkins goes $1.99. Darn tootin'.
Darn Tootin' is not the $2 whore.
Who is
Mr.
that?
Flibble didn't have a guess, $2 whore. Jan Mott's put in 3 somethings or others, not the $2 whore. Come on.
Everybody on the other channels are going,
What the fuck are you
heck
guys
is
talking about? For all of you on Rumble and Facebook, there's a glass jar right about down here on the screen. And it's on Facebook. I mean, it's on YouTube. I don't know why Streamlabs, which is the software we're using, doesn't let us put up a jar. I don't think they can put up a jar. Is there a jar?
I have no idea. But Two Bear gave $2 and go, it's her.
It's great. No, we need to figure that out.
I don't know. Graham, that's not my area of expertise.
Well, whose area is it? All
Get
right.
the producer, Graham Gordon, sorry, $2. Come to Alberta and I'll buy the kid a beer. I think alcohol, you're 18 in Canada.
Is it?
Top Knots Rule says $2 is schmicky. Schmicky?
There is a jar on Facebook. See? You can see it.
Is it schmicky? Hello?
But
Dead air. They paid.
I got it, but what are you gonna? Now you're telling Facebook. This plan was not well.
Okay, you are the king of messing this shit up.
Okay.
I swear.
I'm just there is a jar. I'm sitting here talking about it, and they're like, they got to be looking like you're an idiot. There is a jar on
Oh my
Facebook. It's right
God.
there.
You guys are.
I bet
Oh
there's
my
one on
God.
Rumble too.
Shoeless one gave $2 and said Smicky. Kaylash $2. It's a girl. Reefer said gave $2 but didn't say anything. I don't want to play anymore. I'm
Well,
done.
you're in charge of making sure.
No. I'm not in charge of nothing.
You didn't even let me finish my sentence.
I'm not going to.
If you
Because you're
cause
like,
me
when
to
you
stand
start
up
drinking-
and lay hands on you, I will do it.
When you start drinking, it goes free T-shirt here and free t-shirt here.
Your
and
job
free
is to know
t-shirt
who
here.
said it first. That's all.
No, it's not.
Can you handle that?
No.
Well, what is your job tonight? What are you supposed to be doing here?
Oh my God.
What is your-
I am looking pretty today.
That's your whole job?
I am your eye candy for the end of the day.
That is your entire job?
Right now it is, yes.
For God's sakes.
Gosh.
I don't know how I put up with you. I'm not even
I
sure.
don't know what happened today because everybody's going, you look so nice today. That kid even, what did I say the kid said?
I don't know. He said something like, you look like a
You
strong,
look beautiful.
independent woman or
Yeah,
something.
and he goes, Mom, you look beautiful today. I'm like, what the hell? What happened?
And then you changed your clothes twice, which I don't understand. Were you trying to go for another level? Are you trying to level up? You were already pretty. I even said so. And you're wearing
I
black.
wanted a different shirt for the live stream.
Like anyone's going to know.
I knew.
All right.
I feel better. I put a little perfume on, even though nobody's going to smell it, but I do. And you know what? It makes me feel good.
All right. So let me go back over to here. We're talking about some. Let's talk about a sore subject for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, you really want to piss me off tonight.
Pigskin Pick'em.
Oh, that's not a sore subject.
I caught you. I was at 29th. I am now at 11th, tied with you, but I'm actually one up because I have one less loss than you do.
That's fine. There's a long season ahead. We're going into the holiday season.
I'm
and
just
you
letting
suck
you
at the end. So whatever.
How can you say that? Look at me right there. I am above you. You're down there. Look at that.
Fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people between us. You can't
fine.
even see me anymore.
That's fine.
You can't even look over there anymore.
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, babe.
Pigskin Pick'em is just what we all joined. If you joined at the beginning of the season, you just pick football winners. There's no fantasy football. There's no money involved in it. You don't got to pick players. You don't got to cover a spread. You just throw it out there. Which team's going to win? And you guess and you see. Like right now, I don't know where Trippy is. Trippy Drippy Pineapple's in that mix, and he doesn't know anything about football. All he
You
does
don't
is
have to know anything about football.
Trippy looks at the helmets and it says, which one are you going to pick? And he goes, oh, I like the color of the Chargers, pretty blue helmet. And Trippy picks. And that's how he votes.
Sean MacArthur on Facebook gave 100 stars. Here's a little something for the bottom of the glass nation.
Thank you very much. There's
That's
some
awesome.
representation
on
in there.
Facebook, you are the General's lunchbox, right? We have the special membership on Facebook.
Yeah, if you want that little green shield on Facebook next to your name, you can look and see some people have it. You got to go to the General's Lunchbox. It's a Facebook page. Try to get in there. You can't. It'll say, "Would you like to subscribe?" It's $1. $12 a year. Come on. But you get in there and there's all kinds of cool stuff. You can scroll back over 2 years of behind the scenes things. So that's how you do that. There isn't one on Rumble yet. I don't think we have. I don't think there's a place on Rumble for subscribers.
I haven't been on Rumble in a while, so.
And that's Josh's area. Josh has really got to figure that out. So we'll as we go, as they say.
Right.
Boom, 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 doom, doom, doom.
I got nothing in the sheets right now. I got nothing.
Nothing. Nobody's giving you
I
shit.
got nothing.
Nothing from Trippy. Nothing from Josh.
Do you have any pictures to talk about tonight?
I don't have much of anything to talk about tonight.
So tell people what you were doing today. You had a busy Thursday.
It was a tough day. Yeah. Well, we got up this morning, and the kid had a video editing job for me to do.
Put me back on the screen.
I did. We're
As
talking.
I'm going through my hair and whatnot.
Well, I can't help it. How am I supposed to know when you're going to fluff your
Because
hair?
there's a piece. Ladies, tell me this. Does it bug the shit out of you when you have like one hair that's like in your ear and I'm like going, driving me crazy. Sorry. Hey. None of that.
All right. None of that. Hi, how are you? So, what we're saying? Oh, today. So the kid had a video editing thing for me to do this morning. So I did that. That took some time to get up and get going. And then I started doing my list. Shortly after that, the first thing was we did our podcast. And we argued for half an hour about it before we turned on the mics and cameras. Then we did it, and it was great. Whatever.
Well, let's tell them what we do. We sit and we make some notes ahead
we
of
try
time.
to think, is there anything interesting that's happened?
Yes.
And so there's some stuff that just comes to us during the show. In fact, we count on it. We count on let's talk about these 3 things, and hopefully during those 3 things, more stuff will come up. Now, the only one we have to write down is if you demand an automotive story, because I can't always think of one.
I know, but everybody loves them.
I know, so I have to remember one and then write it down. Like
sometimes I have to tell you, remember this?
Yeah, then I'm okay.
of them.
Oh, we didn't do the one today.
You wouldn't do it. You said you did jokes.
No, we had one, and we talked about it, but we didn't write it down. Do you remember what it was? It wasn't even about me.
I don't remember what it was.
When you got into a fight with that guy next door.
That's right.
We were going to tell that story.
Well, we could tell it right now.
Well,
since we don't, we can tell it right now.
There was a full year that she worked at the shop, automotive repair shop, with me here in town, and maybe a little bit over a year. And there was some good things that happened because she worked with me, and some bad things. I will tell you, the best thing that came of it is you got a very real appreciation. Are you on your phone?
I'm reading staff thread. I'm sorry.
Because I can tell on here on the screen you're looking down again.
Well, I'm just making sure everything's cool, because that's the way they communicate to say if things are bad or good. And we hit a milestone on Rumble. Most people ever on Rumble just a second ago.
There we go.
So.
Okay.
See,
so
good news.
At the shop, you working there worked out great in one respect. She understood how difficult it was to run a business, the stress that you're under with the mechanics and the customers and the parts. I remember after the first 2-3 weeks you were there, we came home doing our stuff, and you looked at me and said, "I don't know how you do this." You were serious. You weren't joking. You all of a sudden go, "Holy shit, this is what you go through every day." And I went, "Every day,
I kill every customer,
year after year after year." It is. I hate it. I hated owning a shop. I did not like it at all.
Yeah.
So we did. So that was good. But I come pulling up. She was there at the shop ordering parts and doing stuff, and I pull up. She's out front, kind of at the end of our building, next to the next door neighbor's building, and she's yelling at this guy.
Oh,
the guy who worked next door they welded together drill heads for water wells. Gigantic ones that wouldn't even fit in a pickup truck, down to smaller ones that would. And that's what this guy did. So I pull up.
You had gone to run some errands, and
Yeah.
I was running the office when
You were running the office. All I know is I pull back up, and you're out there screaming at this guy like
I was chasing after him.
like
I
a
wasn't
dock
just
worker. You were
I
screaming.
was pissed.
I pull up. You're like, "You motherfucker! Don't you turn your back
No,
on
I
me?"
said, "Don't you?" I got my mom voice on. I'm like, "Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you."
You think she doesn't cuss? She can cuss with the best. She was in an automotive shop, and she kept up with everybody there.
Oh, I did.
So what? Tell him what happened.
Well, every morning we pull out customer cars and park them on the street because we didn't have room for everything. So the driveway, there were 2 driveways, our driveway and then that neighbor's driveway. And I had pulled out some cars and I parked it. I never block his driveway, ever. So you know how the driveways go down like a slope?
Yeah, you got the two sides of the driveway, and then it just little taper down, and then the flat part.
Yeah. The bumper.
We're talking about the tapered part. Just
The
a little
bumper of a car was on the slope. It wasn't in the driveway.
kind of blocking the slope of it a little bit, kind of.
Okay, well, this guy used to piss me off because he would come into the driveway and kind of swerve
At
like 40, 50 miles an hour. And it just made me mad because it's gravel and it kicks up gravel and he just acts 12.
And
And this is like a 40-year-old man.
And it's near our front door where customers are walking in and out. His driveway was pretty close. And when he come in, bouncing this big old 1-ton dually Chevy and come to a screeching halt, it's a little nerve-wracking for customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I hated it. I thought he was either going to hit a car or hit our building. I don't know it.
Yep.
So this one day, he comes into the office where I was thinking Gen X dad was around, and he comes in and he goes, "Who parked that car out there? Who's blocking my driveway?" And he's going
Figuring
off,
some
and he's
customer
cussing
did
me
it
out.
or some mechanic
and I said,
did it.
I did. And he was like, "Well," and he starts yelling at me and telling me that I don't know how to drive. And I said, "You know what? You wait right there." And I went behind the counter and I start talking to him. He leaves. He goes out the door, and I'm like, I chased after him. And I go, "Don't you walk away?"
But you made him show you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I'm like, "Don't walk away when I'm talking to you." I go, "This is so rude." And I went after him. And then my husband shows up, and he had no idea
He had no idea that we were married. So she's out there pointing. She's like, "This is what you're concerned about? This is what you're pissed off about? You're mad that I'm hanging over 4 inches onto the slope?" And he's screaming, she's screaming, and I pull up, and he trops over to me like this. He goes, "You know, your secretary parked this car in my driveway." And I look down, I go, "That's what you're bitching about?" He goes, "You need to straighten her out." And I go, "Well, let me help you out. That's my wife." That motherfucker turned white as a ghost because he knew me for years. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, he had that look of, "Oh, shit, I just fucked up." Because all at once, my tone and my demeanor changed. I'm like, "You've been out here yelling at my wife? One, you're never going to get away with that shit." And this guy, to be fair, this guy was about 5'10".
I could have took him.
And he's about 102 pounds.
I could have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, and so when I broed it up on him and backed him up with my finger against his building, there wasn't any discussion about it. He wasn't going to fight back, but he sure thought I was going to kick the shit out of him for disrespecting my wife, because you were just some woman. You were just some secretary. And when he realized that I said, "You're complaining about parking over the down part of that for 3 inches, you dumb motherfucker." And I would have been mad if he'd have said that to anyone.
Woman.
That's stupid.
He was being demeaning. I can't even say half the stuff he said to me here. And it was just like, I am not letting him get away with that. I was so mad. I couldn't believe the timing of you showing up because I was losing my shit with this guy.
It was funny. After I got done finger poking him in the chest and screaming at him, he closed up his shop for the day. He went home. He locked up his building and drove off and didn't come back till the next day.
Oh, man, that was interesting.
But that was the story we were going to tell today, and we completely forgot.
That's okay.
Because we were laughing so hard through the whole podcast. We got to the end. I'm like, holy shit, time's up. We didn't even go back to it.
There's the stupid fly in here.
Yep, I know. But you know how wide this door is on here? I've never seen a door this wide in my life. Maybe that built, you know where the only door bigger than this that I've seen is that one in Cheyenne Mountain, that NORAD, where they lock it in. Remember in the movie War Games? The whole door is like 40 feet tall and it slides shut. That's a bigger door than this, but not by much. And I had to order those magnetic, what are they called? Is it just a screen?
Yeah, it's just like a screen.
But it does. It's like
a magnetic screen or something like that.
It's like two pieces of magnetic screen. So when you go through, they open up, but then they go click, 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 click. Yeah. The magnets come back together, and so we can keep the flies out of here.
Hopefully.
So that's the idea. But I did order it. It is here.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just so you know, just in case you might have noticed.
See, you had me all fired up because Tim. Oh man,
it was bad.
Sad news though. Tim is no longer with us.
Well, he's dead.
It's not our doing, but he's no longer with us. Rest his soul.
Why would you have to add that it's not our doing? Was that a consideration?
Because I didn't go after him.
Is that like saying, just in case you guys thought we did it, we want to be clear here, we did not.
Might have thought about it, but you know.
But I just like how you thought it was necessary to add that in. Like, I just got to say something just in case.
Just in case. Little side note.
Oh, for God's sakes. All right. So what was
Why am I the only one? Would you stop flipping screens?
Listen,
You screen flipper.
Don't ever question the broadcast professional. I don't stay.
I have to question him.
I don't stay on a screen too long. I don't switch too soon. The screens move exactly as they're intended to. And don't forget that. And
I question your professionalism.
If you are going to overtalk me at every turn, I'm going to turn off your microphone and put you on the camera solely. No voice. They're just going to look at you. And they're going to start picking you apart. Your hair's out of place. Your glasses are bent. You watch.
They will never pick me apart.
They will. All right.
Two Bear says, please don't flip the screens.
What? See, Two Bear's just saying, okay, Two Bear is just saying that because you said he would not have cared at all. It wouldn't even have bothered Two Bear, but now you come along and say, don't flip the screen. So he's like, yeah, by the way, asshole, don't flip the screens.
I have a couple PayPals. Will that calm you down?
If they're for me.
I don't know. We'll see. Loud One sent $20. Shen. I said them both. Shush and Ren said whiskey and wine was needed for later, as apparently I make them drink alone when I'm away working.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Is that, that's actually a good thing. If your chick has to drink to when you're home, then you're a problem. But if they drink when you're away, that means they miss you. They have to console themselves while you're gone.
Or are they partying because you're gone?
Okay, I seriously wouldn't have thought that. Are they partying because you're gone?
Saying.
So as soon as Loud One drives down the driveway, woohoo!
Get that bottle out.
Get that bottle out. You got a way of ruining a perfectly good story.
That's how guys think. This is how girls think. So whatever.
God's sakes. All right,
Marcos Cruz sent $25 with no explanation.
No allocation for the funds. Any money that is unallocated goes to the whiskey fund. My man. So, all right. I really don't.
Is it okay for me to read my PayPal on my phone? That's okay, right? I'm just trying to figure out the rules.
I swear to God, when this is over,
I'm on fire tonight.
You are. You've been doing this to me all day. I know you kicked the shit out of me during podcast, but this is extending. This is like podcast part 2.
They get it on Thursday instead of Saturday.
Oh my God.
Loud One gave $5. They're drinking before I get the truck started. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. Chush, you need to at least wait till you hear the engine. Boom. Then pop the cork. Don't pop the cork before he leaves. You can't do that. You got to at least pretend. Be out there in the driveway.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll miss you. It's so sad you're going. You could do that a little bit. Just 5 more minutes.
No, Disney Mama Sammy Joe, $10, was going to send stars on Facebook, but I can't. Think it's time the general plays some Halo.
Uh-oh.
So I can do my job. Oh, yeah. Hi, handsome.
Well, hello, Sammy Joe. Thank you for calling me handsome. Wait a minute. So on the blue page, we got to ask Trippy Dippy, no stars?
I don't know. We'll see
No
if he
stars.
says something. Let's see. Slim Pickens 09er, his birthday gift from me will be money for his first water bill.
No kidding.
Thomas Lassiter. Ha ha ha. Hell yeah. Go Gen X mom. That was Facebook.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not encourage her. She's
TDP chiming in. No stars on blue page. No stars on blue page.
Well, that's going to cost the kid. We had a deal, cost him $100 if he fucks that up. That's one of his jobs, is to make sure the gaming hours are up. And if he ever fails, because guess what? He doesn't want to keep the gaming hours up, but he was playing 3.5 hours of video games with his friends last night. $100 bill, taking it right away from him.
Take it off his paycheck.
Every time. All right. Don't.
Yeah, so there we were.
So I don't really have. Did the ESPN? We did
Wow,
stuff.
you have notes? You're old.
No, what? You know, you need to relax.
I'll just sit here and
You
relax.
just sit there. Oh, then the group info.
Oh, yes.
I think I got it. I think I covered all that stuff. All right, that's it. Just got to go back to us. Listen, I didn't.
We're back to us.
Yes, the day was tough, and we didn't even get to the next part. I did all the video editing this morning. I did the podcast with you, and then we did a live show.
No, not we.
Well, I was
You
part
did.
of. I was invited as a guest to be part of a live stream on Compound Media. Now they have 75,000 paid people that pay $20 and $25 a month every month, and they're growing with all their podcasts. They're a paywall. They're behind a paywall. If you want to see any of their podcasts, you have to pay or you don't get to see them. And one of the podcasts that they have behind their paywall is 21 Gun, and I've been a guest 6 or 7 times on that. And Gen Z Kid is actually their producer. He does their links and their scripts, and he moves their pieces around the board when they do their podcast. When they do their live stream, he's the one putting up the videos and the pictures and the links, and he's on there sometimes, but he's their producer, so we know him pretty well. Well, they had to replace their podcast, took the place of the Big Dogs podcast, the main one that everybody watches. So this was one you don't want to fuck up. It's live. You have a huge following. When they tune in to see the big guy, they're going to see 21 Gun. They're going to see those guys. They're going to see me.
B team.
So we had to grab them right. You got 10 seconds to grab them and be exciting and engaging because they're going to leave. They came there to see Anthony Kuma. He's not there. And he's from Anthony and Opie. If you guys remember Anthony and Opie back in the day, he's the Anthony. And they come here to see him. If he's not there, you got seconds to grab them and hold them and keep them watching. I think collectively as a group, we fucked up. Not going to blame anyone in specifically, but we fucked up. I don't think I'd be hard pressed to say that anything good came from that. We, as it went on, got a rhythm, got some stuff. We had some laughs and tuned some stuff in, but I think by then everybody had bailed, or the majority of them had gone. I'm guessing it was a heartbreaking thing for me. I called right away, said, how did we do? What was going on? Is it bad? Is it good? I mean, you know. When you know, you know. Now, the bad part is that the good part for me is it wasn't our show. No one said Gen X Talks take the place of, Anthony's show and do a good job. But at the same time, that could have been a real chance for Gen X Talks to be noticed. They had our name on the screen. They had our website on the screen. I was on camera, I want to say 99% of the whole thing. They had my face up there talking, and they would switch things over here, but they kept me up there quite a bit. And I want to tell you, I was consciously aware of that fact. When it wasn't my turn to talk, when something else was going on, I wasn't looking over here. I wasn't looking down at my phone. I was staring at the camera. so that if the audience was looking, they were going to see me paying attention. I wasn't looking over here at the screen. I tried to make sure as much as I possibly could, I was moving a little bit so the screen didn't look frozen. I was paying attention to the camera when it was my turn. And I really tried to knock it out of the park. When something was said, I tried to come up with something clever and witty and just be like we're always used to here. I don't know if I did it or not. I can't get a straight answer because everyone's just in a jumbled mess over what happened. But when you are in front of 75,000 people and you have the chance to make that solid of an impression, and for them, this was their boss. You know, I think if it would have been up to me, if someone, and they didn't ask me, but if they would have come to me and said, hey, we got this big show, what do you think? I would have said, let's start with a story.
So do you know Shlomo Jarbo?
Shlomo Jabro? Yeah.
Bro?
Yeah.
I may be fucked up, but I had nothing to do with that fuck up. Just saying.
Yeah, that's good. So you're clear.
Is that who you know? Do you know who that is?
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
I don't. If he's related to Compound Media, that's going to be funny.
That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
But so the other thing, I'm not going to say this was a bad part. This was unusual. When we were in kind of the green room setting and we're getting set up and ready to go, you can see they have a producer booth with cameras in the producer booth. You can see people doing stuff. And they had a girl there in her own booth, and she was doing, going to be talking she's part of the show, but just not our show. They had real producers, real engineers, real people. And so one of them says to the main guy from 21 Gun, did you have any links? Do you have any pictures? Because this guy will put them up. He's the producer. He's producing their show. So they're like, yeah, we got links and we got pictures. And I said, now I'm in the room where I can talk to people. And I'm like, hey, man, you got pictures and links? He goes, oh, yeah, yeah. I said, of what we're going to talk about today, right? He goes, oh, yeah, yeah. I said, why didn't you tell me? I'm a guest. Could I not know what the topics are today? Couldn't you have told me yesterday? He goes, you'll be fine. So there I am going in cold, which I got to tell you, for 21 Gun, they do that to me a lot. It's like, you'll figure it out. One time, they gave me a list of all this stuff to talk about. I think it was about the moon landing and stuff like this and all these weird topics. And all we talked about was aliens. I literally took all my notes and just threw them in the air on screen because it didn't matter. He changed the topic. So we go to get in there, and the topic ends up being us. The topic, not all of it, but a chunk of it was, hey, let's talk about Gen X Talks and how'd you get started, and which was fine because thankfully it's a topic I knew. But it was, I want to say we did 2 hours. I want to say it was probably 40 to 45 minutes of military talk because the two guys in 21 Gun, military experts, they will give you the nuts and bolts behind the scenes. Everything they say is truthful. Everything they say is spot on. I didn't know as much, but I was able to participate from a civilian point of view. But I want to say the other bulk of the show was talking about Gen X Talks and some of the stuff that goes along with that. So where I could, I tried to light up the show as best I could. I don't know if we'll ever know exactly what the big dogs think of it. I don't know. I'm hoping to get some sort of a response. I wish there was a way for me to even call them and go, hey, I was a guest on your show. How fucked up was I? Because I would like to know, because if we did good and if they said yes, it was a slow start but a great finish, I'd like to know that too.
Everybody's drinking without you right now. Just telling you.
Well, that's rude. Anybody ask me to drink? Did anybody say raise a glass?
So while you're doing that, Mrs. Fort Watton gave $100 on Facebook saying, I'll bail the kid out this time.
Wait a minute, $100?
Yep, $100.
How?
PayPal?
You said Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. PayPal.
Oh.
I'll bail the kid out this time. Tell him it's his last get out of Facebook jail card from me.
Wow. You seriously, clear. Mrs. Ford, you saved him because this was in a point of contention. Mrs. Ford, when I tell Mrs. Ford this is day 19, when I tell her that, and not many people know what I'm talking about, on day 1, that was one of the handshakes, Mrs. Ford, that he wouldn't fuck this up.
Oh, I have a few on while you're drinking.
Just bailed him out. Literally just bailed the kid out. God damn.
Joe Manis on Facebook wants to know, how long have we been married? Way
too long. I don't know. Our oldest kid is 30, but I don't claim him as mine. I'm not even sure if he is
31,
really.
but whatever.
We've been married for a lot of years.
Kim Russo wants to know on Facebook, hey, is this your last out of the nest?
Yeah, it's our last one. He turns 18. He gets the speech, which I've given every child, and a lot of people know the speech already. We've talked about it before over the years. You gather up all of his shit. You take him and all of his shit to the curb. You hand him a $100 bill and a bus ticket anywhere he wants to go and say, you are now free to do what you want in the world. You can leave the lights on. You can run around the house with scissors in your hand. I don't care because you don't live here anymore.
Well, Kim also wants to know, just saying, you do need to give Gen Z kid a bit of credit for getting this whole thing off and running. He won't.
Not even for a red nickel.
From someone that said, nope, absolutely not going on social media, not going to do it. I'm never going to do it. You're never going to do it. And look at him now.
Well, this is like I'm talking to my friends. I'm talking to my friends on Rumble. I'm talking to my friends on Facebook. I'm talking to the Bottom of the Glass Nation on YouTube. These are my friends. It's the other shit that's dumb.
Oh, so Facebook's not your friends?
I said Facebook.
Oh, Rumble's not your friend?
I started with Rumble. Wow, you're really listening. You know what? But
I've been listening to you for way too long, honey.
I thought you could multitask. I thought you're a woman who could multitask. Now all of a sudden you can't hear me?
Oh, gosh.
You're going to hear me when my divorce lawyer calls you. You're going to hear.
It's simple. I can get it up on my phone right now. Divorce.com. We could do it.
Right now.
Right now.
How long? 30 minutes? Is there such thing?
Probably.
Here's what. Okay, let's talk.
Dissolve everything.
Dissolve everything. Let's break down. Let's break down the whole thing. So the live streams I like because I talk to my friends and I get to drink. Yeah. Makes sense. Pretty easy, right? Not even doesn't really feel like social media.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We said the D word, and all the children are upset because we just disrupted everything. They're a little worried.
What kids?
All the children that are drinking on the live stream.
Okay, let me help you out. I can't afford to divorce her. You know why? Because everything is in her name. We'll get to that in a minute. All right.
You're fucked.
The podcast is all her yelling at me the whole time. I bring up something, she makes fun of me. You made fun of the way I drink today on the podcast. I gave you 3 stories that were deep emotional connection stories about me drinking chug-a-lugging, and you made fun of all 3 of them.
Oh, God.
So the podcast is her. You guys want to listen to an hour of her kicking the shit out of me? Go find it. Go find one of the podcasts. You go find it. That's where you do it. So live streams, okay. Podcast beating her up. Ambush videos is that little motherfucker running around with his phone trying to get me to answer questions. How much fun is that?
Do you need a safe space right now?
No, I don't need a safe space.
Sounds like
I'm just telling you that you act like this whole big thing is the big. No. There's like one spot of this that's for me. The rest of it is for the 2 of you.
Ooh, look, his blood pressure's going up.
You wonder why. So anyway, we'll go back to what I was telling you about in divorce. I gave her, everything is hers. Everything she's had in our entire marriage, she's had a job for like 20 minutes. Okay, a paying job. I know it was a job raising 8 children. That was a job. I'm not taking away your laundry and cooking skills and parenting. Okay, she has had a punching a clock, earning a paycheck job, 20 minutes compared to me. But yet everything we own is in her name. Everything, and I did that on purpose. It wasn't a joke. The cars. The house is in her name. And it's because I told her, in fact, when the house is paid off, she actually has the deed to the house. And it says, I wrote on there, I had them write it up when they generated the deed as her sole and separate property. Did you hear that? As her sole and separate property. What does that mean? In the state of California, when you write up a title to something or a deed to something, or you're transferring ownership and you have it written that way, I can't ask for it in a divorce. I literally could, if she cheated on me and I said, we're getting divorced, I can't undo that. That is her house forever. And that was just my way of saying, I'm not leaving. I am never going to do something stupid to break this up. I'm never going to do something to damage the marriage. I trust you. The whole house is yours. If I fuck up, the whole property is yours. If I fuck up, all the cars and trucks are yours. If I fuck up, everything, including my Harley-Davidson motorcycle, is hers. The reason I did that was in building this relationship and building this marriage, I wanted to say, There's no value on any of these things without you. I give everything to you, and I won't fuck it up. I wanted her to feel secure. Now, the only way that backfired on me wasn't with you. Well, kind of with you. You told your friends. You told some of your girlfriends after I did that. They told their husbands. Their husbands came to me and said, "Dude, what are you doing?" I said, what do you mean? What's the big deal? Marcy was one. Her husband came up. Kier, her husband came up and said, "Yeah, my wife just came up and asked me if I'd be willing to sign over my half of the house to her, my half of the car to her, my half of the retirement fund to her." And I said, "Well, what did you tell her?" They, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that."
All right, take a shot. Everybody's
you got us in trouble. You got me in trouble by doing that. But no, I can't divorce her. There's nowhere for me to go. I'd be living on the curb with my son out of his suitcase. So there you go. You're welcome, America and Denmark.
Okay, let me check the sheets to see if there's anything in here.
Sorry, when I drink, I ramble.
No kidding. Everybody's drinking. Raising a glass. It's Thursday. You guys almost made it to Friday.
Oh, some people it's Friday.
We're getting there, people.
Was there anything in the sheets? Nobody had anything interesting to say or ask?
No, there's nothing in there.
Noelle says, raising the bar in the husband area.
Mrs. Forrest said she's not divorcing the kid.
No, she's not divorcing the kid.
Well,
but he's 18. You can tell him to move out. He don't have, there's no divorce there.
No, there's not. Let me just check and make sure there's no more PayPals.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Nope.
So anyway, the compound media thing went 2 hours. I had done an hour with my wife for the podcast. I'd done some other stuff in between. I was exhausted coming into this, and now we've done an hour in here. I'm really about done. I'm hungry. I'm tired.
What are you buying us for dinner?
I put in 4 hours of talking, let alone the prep work that goes along. I got to tell you, I'm beat. John Morgan, $2. Nothing interesting to say. I'm sure he's saying nothing interesting to add to the conversation, unless John was pointing out that everything I'm talking about is shit and I should have just shut the fuck up a long time ago, which could be possible.
Maybe.
All right. So
what
listen.
What are you buying us for dinner?
What did you just ask me?
What are you buying us for dinner?
Did you not just hear all of the stuff that I went through today for Gen X Talks, for the brand? What? And then you're going to ask what I'm buying? This is one of those things where I carry you on my back across the desert, and when I set you down, you say, "Can you hold the umbrella? It's kind of hot here." Don't bat your eyes at me like, no, this is complete horseshit.
Okay.
Somebody should be buying me a Coke tonight or a root beer float or something, man. Something to make my tummy happy. That's all I want.
Oh, my
Gen
goodness.
X Mom, you have the checkbook.
Yeah. That's how
John
I'm
Morgan says, I'm a pretty boring guy. I just post memes.
I like those memes on Discord. So why don't you tell people about Discord?
Discord is a free server that Gen X Talks put. It's a chat room. Discord is free. You just log in with your email. It's just chat rooms. You can talk about politics. You can talk about religion. You can talk about sports. It's just chat rooms where you want to go. It's real fun. It's
All
easy
right,
to
I
do.
have a couple things from Facebook here. Terry Olson, you're an amazing husband.
Thank
Please,
you.
people. Jeff Frayne wants to know, I did ask you when you're coming to Arizona. We've been through there a few times.
We're going to go back. But just to point out, Terry recognizes.
Oh, my goodness. Mark Bingham, you're a good man, General. You love your family. Yes, he does.
Yeah, well, they're okay.
Yes, he does.
Randy Putterberg for 18 months got his big red one. Do you have your big red one? As a United Auto Worker member currently on strike, every day can identify as a Friday for me currently, especially considering my strike duty is over the weekend.
Wow.
I'm reading what's on there.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, everyone. I am out for tonight. I think the
Adam Smidelman just put in $5 towards the Happy Tummy Fund.
That's cute.
I have a Happy Tummy Fund. Hey, with $4.99, I can go to Taco Bell. If I got a cup more.
Yeah, like that's going to make you a happy tummy.
Well, can I get 2 burritos?
Taco
Can you
Bell
still
is
get
not gonna
2 burritos? What can you get for $5 at Taco Bell? 2 burritos, right?
Nothing anymore.
You get
There's nothing at Taco Bell for $5.
ice cubes in a cup.
Not
And
like
it's-
when we were younger.
and it's
You can go
$5.
$5 at Taco Bell back in the 80s and get like a whole big, huge box full of stuff.
That was the greatest part about that. When my grandparents used to watch me go play sports, it was on baseball teams or basketball teams or football teams. We'd always go out afterwards. They'd give me a $5 bill. I'd walk right up to Taco Bell. You get 2 bean burritos, some chips, and a Coke for a Pepsi for $5. Yeah. Who else dropped in there? Somebody else put something in
Josh
there.
Maddox, member for 19 months, best ever bar. Cheers, family.
So Josh is in here. He's not over in Rumble.
I think he's kind of doing both, I think. I have a feeling.
Not sure if he's that talented. I love Josh, but I'm just not sure.
Oh my gosh. I guess Taco Bell has a $5 craving box, but is it really stuff you really want at Taco Bell? Like their $5 craving box? They put in those like cinnamon thingy-majiggies.
Did you hear that commercial that the comedian did about Taco Bell versus McDonald's?
No.
He goes, McDonald's lies to you. He goes, I'm sick of McDonald's lying. They come down here. Come to McDonald's. We have a healthy menu. Healthy. We've got salads. We've got diet this. We've got, gluten-free
Diet
that.
Coke?
Yeah. They're diet. And they're lying. And he says, Taco Bell.
No, they have not lied to us all these years.
Taco Bell doesn't lie.
Oh, they don't?
Taco Bell just comes out on their commercial and goes, hey, we're putting a bunch of cool shit in some big Doritos. Come on down. Come on, you're going to love this. It's slappy. Let's go.
We'll put whatever you want.
That's right. That was the comedian. That was really good. I like that one a ton.
All right, everyone.
It's time to go. I am
There's a football
exhausted.
game on, too.
I did my picks.
Well, congratulations.
Did you?
Yes.
You forgot, didn't you? You forgot to do your picks. Who's this one? Loud one, $10. Take it easy, everyone. Have a great night. Some more race car prep tomorrow. Ren got her first ride today and has been smiling all afternoon. Shush said we have to go racing and win for her grandpa. You know what? My mind went someplace else. I shouldn't. Ren got her first ride today and has been smiling all day. I remember when I had those opportunities.
It's
Girls
been
were
forever
smiling
since I
all
had
day.
my first ride. Oh, Mr. Flibble, $75. Get Two Bear a bottle of hooch.
Did you just...
It's been a while since I had my first ride.
Were you smiling all day?
And then some.
Mr. Flip will turn my whole screen pink.
I
And he
just
said,
said it. Where were you?
Okay, now see, this is a perfect example of where you interrupted me. Now, let's pretend you didn't interrupt me. I'm going to try again. Mr. Flip will turn my whole screen pink, $75. To quote my wife, who just read, get Two Bear a good bottle of hooch. No. Two Bear gets no hooch. He gets no beer. He gets no lovin'. He gets no nothing. Two Bear clips out noises of me when I'm drinking. This is confidential information. When I make a face or I make a noise, that guy clips it and shares it. Like it's somebody's fucking screensaver or something, or their ringtone.
Shannon, I'm talking to you right now, Shannon. Sweetheart, there's going to be no movie on Discord this Monday because it's our son's birthday. So
He's doing a 12-hour live stream.
he's going to do a live stream. So there will be no Discord movie on Monday. Shannon, just you and me. That's all.
You're lost again. You don't even know what day it is.
I'm tired.
You're tired? What have you done today?
All right. Good night. Again, this is the third time I've said good
This
night.
is the third good night she means it this time. All right.
Good night, everyone. Have a great Thursday. We're going into the weekend. Bottom of the Glass Nation on Saturday night. We'll
World
see you then.
show tomorrow.
Oh, don't forget the World
Garage show tomorrow night.
Take me off.
Garage show tomorrow night. We're going to do a garage show tomorrow night on Facebook. That seems to be a big growing show. So you've been off for like 30 seconds. Stop talking. God, you know what? I'm so frustrated with her. It's moments like this I'm reminded of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, Iceman from Bodfish, who looked at me one night across a bar and said the immortal words, "Chicks, man. Chicks." And I think I've used that appropriately this evening. Don't you think so? Wouldn't you agree? Good. Glad you're coming along with me on that. All right. She's gone. I'm here. I'm leaving. We're all going to be gone. Down the drain, Drano, swirling sideways, left to right, up and down. Cross the equator, it swirls the other way. And you know it's true. The Navy told us so. I got to go. I got to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in around this planet. AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you were listening in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See ya.